Hi, my name is Amina, and in this video, I'm going to walk you through a quick UX analysis on Slack. Here's a logo, Slack logo on the right side for those who are wondering. I'll be focusing on two usability principles and one accessibility principle, and I'll use real examples like my messages for each principle from the Slack mobile app to show you exactly what I'm talking about. Moving on to what is Slack? Slack is basically a communication app for groups, teams, and organizations. It organizes conversations into channels for different topics and also has DMs and group chats. You can also share files, links, and updates so it becomes that main communication hub. And the best part about it is that it is accessible on desktop and mobile devices, which makes it more accessible to people, as you can see on the right-hand side with the pictures. Now, starting off with usability principles. These principles are important because these define how efficiently and comfortably people can complete tasks through design choices. Within this principle, I'm talking about permit easy retrieval of actions. This principle takes human mistakes into consideration, as it should, because, humans are prone to error. We can make mistakes, and that's okay. As much as possible, actions should be reversible through editing, deleting, and undoing. And this feature relieves users from anxiety, or this principle, I should say, relieves users from anxiety since users know that errors can be undone and encourages users to explore new options. Now, the example on Slack I'm sharing supports this principle. On this screen, you see three images, and I'm focusing on the message options menu. When we press and hold a message, Slack gives us clear choices like delete message, edit message, and also more actions, as you can see in the three images. So if we make a typo, we can quickly edit it. And if we send something in the wrong place, we shouldn't stress because we can delete it on Slack without having to dig through settings, which makes recovery real fast and low stress. I love this feature about Slack. Moving on to the next, we have reduced short-term memory load because this is an important principle because we can't remember everything at once. The interface should keep important info and actions easy to access so users don't have to rely on memory to get things done. Basically, it's saying it should prevent that feeling of, wait, where did that go? So we don't have to remember all the time. While Slack supports this principle with threads to a certain extent, it doesn't always fully reduce memory load overall. The threads page, as you can see on the left, right here, gathers recent replies in one place and clearly shows where each message came from. For example, this reply is labeled as coming from the mentorship channel, as you can see right here. However, Slack also deviates from this principle when there are too many channels, as you can see on the right. In big classes or organizations, the channel list can get long, as you can see right here a little bit more clearly, and the user can end up relying on their short-term memory, like trying to remember which channel the information was posted in. That is a lot of extra mental effort, and that deviates from the principle completely. Now, this slide shows the issue more clearly. On the left is a message about week 6 event that I sent to the board for design at UCI. On the right, I search week 6 social, as you can see right here on the right image, but Slack returns no results. When search fails like this, it doesn't matter. It doesn't reduce memory load. It forces me to remember where the message was posted and try again, which increases cognitive load. No message found. Now, moving on to accessibility principle. This principle defines guidelines that makes sure that the product works for people with different abilities and needs. We need to be more considerate of that. And the principle I chose from that is understandable, which means that the interface should feel clear and readable and not confusing to users. Users should be able to understand what's happening next and what things, mean and what to do next without having to guess all the time. And one key part of understandable is being predictable, meaning the interface behaves consistently so users aren't surprised, especially with navigating on a website. This is according to the WCAG Guideline 3.2, which also highlights that navigation and interactive components should not cause unexpected changes unless the user directly initiates that change. Slack definitely supports this principle through its bottom navigation bar, as you can see in this picture. The main options like home, DMs, activity, and more, they stay in the same place and in the same order. So even if you get lost on the app, you can always make your way back home. This kind of consistency makes the app easier to learn and faster to use. On to the conclusion. Now, what have we looked at? We have looked at two usability principles and one accessibility principle. Slack supports easy recovery with the edit and delete options. And on the other hand, Slack deviates from the principle of reducing short-term memory when it has too many channels and weak search filters. However, for accessibility, I must say that Slack takes the win because it is understandable through its consistent navigation of a bottom navigation bar. And overall, Slack is an amazing app to use, and I'll continue using it in the future. And just to sum it up, I wanted to show you guys my citations and sources for the principles, and thank you for watching.